So today, somebody in the server suggested I'd make a tutorial on this because I was just making a small version of the F15. And I'm trying to like base off of that size. So I guess I'm making a. There's only 98 blocks, which is actually kind of shocking. And you don't need the fireworks here, but if you have them, I just do it because I think they look cool as like HVAR rockets. Alright. What's up? Here, red wedge on the front. Oh, ball bat. Hold on. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Just I'm okay. So everything on this, you just kind of. Alright, I'm just gonna shut up and let you watch, so it's a little easier to see. These are default settings, but you can make them zero drag, but in my experience, it becomes too fast and spazzes out. the way you make this work, a lot of people already know this, but just in case if you don't, you take a piston, and because the actual, this part, like the gray part of the piston, this part that I just painted, is a separate entity, because it can move out, so the hover thruster pushes on it, and then it makes you go forward. So you want this you want everything at 0. You don't have to make the extend something not, but like, you can if you want. So that's the inside done. Now I'll work on the wings. Actually, no. That part. This part is 2 half wedges, so you just make them. So you have one like that, and then you just rotate it back, so the 2 flat parts are facing together. And then this connector. This connector to cover that up. Now just repeat on this side. And then this bottom part you don't need to add. I just added it because for me I wanted to have like guns on it, at least in some capacity, because this is only on like, well, it's on the Harrier, but you don't need it. So something else you can do, you can just, instead of doing this, you can just put a half wedge down 1x2, or half wedge down there, and then half wedges. And so instead of these, you can just do these if you want. But I like this just because it's the combat model for me. That is the bottom part done. So up here, I'll do the wings last just because it's more complicated than most of the other stuff, at least for the simple build. Down. Delta wing 1x2. That's the top wing. do those stealth wings 1x2. And I'll worry about the controls on everything later. I'll deal with that last. So, now for the wings. Motor 2 facing outwards on both sides. And then these are 2 control surfaces. Get the wing 1 by 1. Don't screw it up right there like I did. Okay. So after that, you can place a wing panel. Oh, I placed those wrong. Sorry. You're supposed to place them like that, not towards it. You can place 2 wing panels. Delta wing 1x4. Yes. Half block, half wedge. No, this is the firework part that I was talking about earlier. If you don't have fireworks, you can also just use a cylinder. You can also just use a cylinder and then use text and then get like a black dot and make it that if you want. Or you can just instead you can do this with rockets. Or you can do that. It's your choice. If you don't have the fireworks. Because people don't 100% have the fireworks, on this one I'm gonna do this thing, you know. So what you do, control surfaces, another half block, and then this one you have a tiny landing gear. If I recall, facing backwards. Yeah. And then repeat on this side. 2 delta wings. Wing panels. Delta wings 1x4. Now for so this is what I have for mine. Backward 0, forward T, speed 1, max torque 1000, max angle 10, turbo toggle. And then it's the same on this side except the 0 and T switch. You can pause there if you really need to. And then the paint codes, 100, 100, 120, 100, 100, 120. Here you ping everything up to that. This is the normal gray. Yeah, this is the normal gray that you get. Oh, and then you make this glass, obviously. Glass, except for this front one, this front half edge, and then that's the normal gray. So everything under it, under the like top, is mostly gray. So no, you can just like skip this part because it's not very necessary. But I like to paint mine, and I'm just showing you the codes if you want it. You can do a custom paint job as well. That's completely fine. If you think you can paint it better, which you probably can. Now you just finish up painting all of the purple parts, or bluish grayish, and it should be okay. Oh, I know why. Give me one moment. You can skip this because it's not really necessary. You can just like skip to a minute till the end of the video. Okay, so now that they're both done, I'll show you them in action, even though there's two of them. Never done this? Oh, so oh, don't forget to like paint the inside of, make sure you paint everything that you want painted. So T is to fold the wings, and then if you hold E and W at the same time, you can veto, and then with, oh, you also need to turn off steering, and I forgot to control it. DA, paste, AD, paste, SW, DA. So that is that. So, and then you also would probably want to turn off steering, from my experience. And okay, never mind. There is that is very weird. So I must have placed them differently. So yeah, that's a scuffed mini Harrier tutorial. Yeah, so DA for the, if you want, for control surfaces, it kind of just like is weird most of the time. So and then to make sure you paint all of it the way you want it, make sure to lift it up like this and then paint underneath. And then you can lift up. And retract the gear and the thing, and then take off. Yeah, so I hope you liked it, and it actually is pretty maneuverable, but it just, cause for like its size, it actually is pretty maneuverable. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And if you skipped that part, you kind of just don't forget to control the wing panels, and yeah, thanks for watching.